Hey Jam coaches, thanks for tuning in. My name's Happy Hooper. I own Ace Cheer Company in Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia. Today we're going to be going over how to utilize the score sheets that you've received so far in this year to better your routine for the remainder of the year. It's December, so hopefully we've competed at least a couple of times. What I like to do is take the scores that we have received, put them in a spreadsheet compared to the maximum number of scores we could have received per category. So basically I just create another sheet where I put maybe stunts in one category, pyramid, break it out as the score sheet has it, place what we've received and what we could have. Then I'll look at the percentage of what we did not receive our points on, and that's where we really focus for the next practices, for the next like 2 or 3 weeks, trying to improve our scores for the upcoming events. Now, what you're going to find is the greater percentage that you're missing is really what you've got to focus on. So maybe go back in that rubric, look at your routine, watch the videos, see where you're not hitting that rubric. Really, if you will pay attention, especially to the JAMU score sheet, it tells you, spells out black and white, what you have to do, how you have to hit that score sheet. And if you're paying attention as a coach to your score sheet and to this new spreadsheet of what percentage of points you're missing, you can go in and really make your routine pop. It takes you taking time out of your day to give a little bit of your effort to help your kids. So I think they deserve that. I think your company deserves that. I think if you'll do that, you'll have success all the way. Another thing that we like to do is break down the video. Make sure that you are videotaping or someone is videoing your performances from the inception of the routine to where it is now in December. Break apart that video, look for any nuances that you haven't noticed physically or in person. If you'll break down and watch everyone's step, make sure they're stepping the same way, make sure everyone's landing the same way. It's your entry and your finish of the skills that really set teams apart. Watch everyone's steps. Make sure they're stepping the same way, stepping with the same foot. Watch hand positions in the entries. That's something that we find makes a huge difference later on in the season because we really pay attention to it in December, so February and March, we don't have to worry about it. At this point in the year, really self-evaluate what you're asking these kids to do. If the stunt section is not hitting, change it. If the tumbling is not working, change it. If the dance isn't scoring, change it. You have to do your job for these kids to better prepare them for the remainder of the year. Don't sit there and think, oh, it'll finally hit one day, because it's not going to. If it's not hitting by now, it's not going to. So do your job, find out what's going to hit for your team, and execute it. It's always a good rule of thumb to have a fresh set of eyes come in to watch your routines. I like to get people even outside of our company to come in and evaluate our routines based on different score sheets, based on their opinion of what regionally is going on, to where finally when we get to nationals, we're not shell-shocked when we're getting there and find out that we're behind the curve. So get a fresh pair of eyes to come in and watch, because I know if you're like me, something that you've seen for 5-6 months now, you kind of let go. So I think it's just the nature of being a human. We're going to accept that. So get somebody else to come in and really tell you where you're at. I like to take the judges' comments and base it upon their score sheet. Look at what they scored us, look at their comments. A lot of times if you'll just write down their comments, if you can read them, that it really helps you understand where they're coming from. Sometimes just reading it for me doesn't get it, so I have to write it out again myself, and that helps me get a better understanding of what they were trying to help me with in the routine. Because at the end of the day, they are trying to help me score better for the next event. What I like to do is watching the videos, breaking it down, I will keep a spreadsheet beside me, or I'll keep a Word document that I'm creating the entire time I'm watching the video. I will watch a video sometimes up to 20, 30 times, write down what I liked, write down what I didn't like, write down what I think I would like to see improve upon. I would create that, break it down, condense it, and send it to that team's coaches. And that coach uses that for the next 2 or 3 weeks as a practice tool. They use it sometimes as a checklist. Then they will flip video, their routine as they practice it, send it to me if I'm in another site, let me evaluate it, I will send it back to them, my thoughts. That really helps improve the communication. Even if you're just in one site or multiple locations, it is possible for you as a coach and owner to stay connected.